Today, we are going to be dragging somebody. Grab your drinks, grab your popcorn. I got a lot to say. We're going to be talking about Alex from Beauty is a Vibe. Her former name was the not so evil stepmother, which, you know, she really is the evil stepmother, but we'll get into that. Let's just get right into it because we got a lot to talk about. Aware who Beauty is a Vibe is, she is a former unboxing channel from the beauty community. Her name used to be Not So Evil Stepmother, and if you have heard of her, you might know her best from her very chaotic, dramatic story of the way she inserted herself into the life of another creator called Self-Taught Beauty. That is the first time that I ever encountered Alex. I was actually making videos about Radiant Brit because I didn't like the way Radiant Brit was covering the Self-Taught Beauty situation, who was an Ipsy unboxing channel that came across really hard times. She was homeless. She was living in a shed with her 2 kids and a bunch of cats, and Alex, thought it would be a great idea to show up at her shed and prove to everybody that she was really homeless and then insert herself into her life. And then when Self-Taught Beauty didn't follow Alex's rules and follow Alex's program, Alex decided to expose her on the internet, accuse her of doing substances, talk to her ex-husband, pretty much tried to destroy her life and reputation, which we will see is a big pattern with Alex. She loves to do that. So, that's the not so evil stepmother. Now, I'm not really sure how I'm going to format this video. I don't know if I should start with the present and then go to the past, or start with the past and go to the present. I'm not really sure. I'm doing this off the cuff. I'm like a freestyle type of girl. So I guess we're gonna start with, what happened recently and why I'm making this video, okay? So Alex, Beauty is a Vibe, decided that she wanted to come back because she took a long break after her, titled mental breakdown, which she's calling serotonin toxicity syndrome or whatever. I swear, these people. So she came back and decided that she was going to do a little apology because she wanted to sell scammy, crappy MLM jewelry from Bomb Party Jewelry. Not sure if you guys have ever heard of them, but they are a scammy MLM that has jewelry that fizzes out of a bath bomb and stuff like that. It's all over TikTok, and the anti-MLM girls have covered that company. I'm not surprised that Alex is pushing that. So she's pushing that. She's pushing these plastic resin type trays that look kind of like vag blooms that are really strange. She's selling those. She's also selling a subscription box. The unboxing queen has decided she wants to sell everyone an overpriced subscription box about Harley Quinn and charge $90 freaking for it. So in order to make her comeback on YouTube and sell to all of her followers, I guess she felt the need to do a half-assed, disingenuous apology. And I am really glad she's back, actually, because I have been waiting to call her out. I have been waiting to give my opinion on the not so evil stepmother, the evil psychotic bitch that has tried to ruin lives on YouTube. And I really think, aside from talking about what she did to the people that are going to be mentioned, I think it's important that any new followers or any current followers of her that may not know who she really is or the real Alex, I think they should see this. And I hope they find this video so that they can know who they're buying an overpriced subscription box from. So, it's important. Somebody told me in my comments today, actually a few people have told me in the comments, be more positive. You might be happier. Well, bitch, in my opinion, it's extremely positive. I feel like I do very positive work on this channel. Calling out toxic, manipulative, scamming bitches is very positive to the world. Okay, so if you don't like it and that upsets you, you don't have to be here. Anyways, moving on. So, there's a big history between the not so evil stepmother, Beauty's a Vibe, Alex. I mean, what's her name going to be tomorrow? Who knows? Harley Quinn 2.0? Not really sure. She seems to like to change her name a lot as if it like gives her a rebrand. Like people aren't going to know who she was before. It's stupid, but whatever. So she has a history with creators, Justin and Abbadabbs. She also has a history with Tira Nicole, who's another creator. She also just dragged a bunch of other people for literally no reason. But like I said, she was in the self-taught beauty drama, and I feel like she was horrible in that situation. And then she decided that she was going to expose Just Ann, another beauty creator. Well, unboxing beauty type subscription boxes thing. She also has a vlog channel. And that kind of blew up, and she was like making a bunch of accusations against Just Ann. Her and Tira Nicole kind of had like a thing going on where they were accusing Ann of being a scammer, lying on substances, stuff like that. And then abbadabbs was also involved because Abby was friends with Just Ann, and then they had a falling out. And forgive me if I'm not saying this perfectly. I'm going based off of memory. And again, a lot of this is going to be my opinion and my perspective. I should have said this at the beginning, but you know, I'm all over the place. That's my chaotic brain. Just deal with it, okay? Disclaimer. A lot of this is going to be my opinion. Any receipts I do have, I will put in here, but a lot of this is my opinion, my perspective, what I saw during this situation. And I am friends with some of the creator involved. Abby from abbadabbs, Steph TXMA is also involved. She's my friend, so I do have like a little bit of a bias, but I'm not coming from a place of being their friend. I'm coming from a place of a drama commentary channel, watching this go down and seeing the bullshit and finally wanting to talk about it. So just wanted to put that out there. Anyways, Alex is somebody who has inserted herself for years in between the friendship of Just Ann and Abby. Now, Abby and Just Ann were friends for a very long time. They had some ups and downs. Times they weren't friends, times they were friends. They had a big breakup and fallout a while back. Jenny Lee was involved. She's also a part of this story. And that turned to shit, and Alex inserted herself into that, which we're gonna get into. So Alex has a history of inserting herself into friendship dramas, drama that has nothing to do with her, and Alex is the type of person that likes to portray herself as like the peacemaker, the neutral one, the wise one, the one that's gonna tell everybody, you know, like, let's calm down, I'll hear your side, I'll hear your side, we can fix this, like, we're gonna be logical and level-headed, we all need like peace, love, and positivity, and kumbaya, let's braid each other's hair by the campfire with s'mores. But it's all fake. It's all fake. The real Alex is a worker of chaos. I believe Alex is a troll, and I would know because I am one. Alex is a troll, in my opinion, a worker of chaos that likes to insert herself into things that she doesn't belong in. And she thinks that she can boss everybody around, diagnose people, talk about people's past traumas, ABUSC, say that they're narcissists, horrible people. We're going to go into her mental breakdown live stream and the horrible things she was saying about people in a minute. But first, I want to play her apology. So let's take a look at that.
In the last year, if you guys remember, on October 17th and October 18th of 2022 here on YouTube Live, I kind of had like a meltdown. Let's just call it a meltdown.
Starting this live stream off strong with lies, Alex. You actually went live for 3 nights in a row, and it wasn't a meltdown. You were straight up ABUSCING people.
It was what it was. So it actually, technically speaking, what happened was, it's called serotonin toxicity syndrome, and you can look it up, Google it. But basically, it's where I was just on incorrect medication. I was, not properly diagnosed. My doctor, my family physician is who, prescribed me the medicine, and he prescribed me a really high dose of Zoloft. And the problem is I'm ADHD, and when you're ADHD, you cannot be on a really high dose of any type of SSRI, because with ADHD, your vagus nerve is messed up, and that's what controls how much dopamine and serotonin is released into your body and in your brain. And so for an ADHD person, the dopamine and serotonin levels are constantly, going like this. So
this entire thing is just literally her making excuses and not actually apologizing, and also lying. Anyway, let's keep going.
So if one day my serotonin's really high and I'm having like a really good day, but then on top of that, I have an SSRI inhibiting my serotonin uptake, then that is going to do exactly what it caused, what you guys saw, which essentially kind of looks very much like a manic phase of somebody that's bipolar, but it's actually a lot worse. It can kill you.
You know what else can look like a manic phase? Coming down from Adderall if you don't really need to be on it. Just saying. Not saying that's Alex, but that also can look manic. So, anyways.
It's very toxic. You can hallucinate. There's like a number of things. So after this happened and I went in the hospital and figured out everything, like even like the couple months and even I want to say like 6 months afterwards, honestly, I'm going to tell you straight up, it felt like somebody took my brain and like cracked it like a damn egg and then scrambled it in a pan and then tried to shove it back in the eggshell. You know what happened? So I just want to start off by apologizing to anyone that I hurt or offended or anything like that. And I've already reached out personally to like Jenny Lay and Just Ann and Abbadabbs and Tyra Nicole and all of them. I've spoke with.
Is this the crock of shit that she is telling to her quote-unquote business partners? Is this what she's telling them? Interesting.
With them, I've, apologize to them deeply, because it's just like being diabetic and your sugar gets low because you've taken too much insulin or maybe didn't eat enough food. It's something you have no control over. You don't know it's happening, and just like a diabetic, when their sugar gets low, they turn into like a drunken 2-year-old, and it's like trying to get them to calm down and sit down and drink something or eat some orange, drink some orange juice or eat a couple of crackers. It's like,
right, Alex. So you being improperly diagnosed and given too much medication during this time explains your 3 years of mind games and chaos and drama and causing shit between people. Okay. And again, she's lying. She didn't reach out to all those people personally. Lies, lies, lies.
If you've ever dealt with somebody that's type 1 diabetic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is essentially what happened on October 17th and 18th. And so, I do have ADHD. I am fully diagnosed, had a full psychiatric evaluation, like the whole, like it's like a book, you guys, it's crazy. But once I got diagnosed and got on the right medication, so the thing with ADHD is it does pair up very closely with depression. They go hand in hand.
Ain't nobody need to hear all of this long-ass explanation of you trying to be medical and scientific, bitch, okay? Just apologize to specific people, and why don't you start by saying exactly what you're apologizing for and to each person what you did to them. That may be a start, but we'll get into that in a minute. Also, I don't think there is a medication on this planet or out in the universe that can help Alex at all. There isn't any.
And because again, your serotonin, your dopamine levels are just constantly fluctuating. And also for this reason, it is very commonly mistaken and misdiagnosed as bipolar because the symptoms, especially in females, are so closely related, right? So that's kind of what happened. And, I'm glad that I got on the right track and I'm on the right meds now. So I did need an SSRI, but I'm on Cymbalta now, which is actually time relief. In the last year, during this time, I really, this event that happened on October 17th and 18th, it really sent my mind, it just really, honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. It smacked the shit out of me. It literally was like somebody just went back and just slapped the shit out of my face and woke me the hell up. You know what I mean? I've heard of awakenings and things like that, but I didn't really know what they meant until I went through that incident, because it was like somebody slapping you the hell awake. And just the rose-colored glasses come off and all of a sudden you...
Somebody should have slapped you the hell asleep, because we don't need an awakened Alex, okay? And of course, I'm figuratively speaking.
And you see people and the shit that they do and their intentions and everything, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. People who I thought, were really bad people turned out to be really good people, and come to find out they're actually people pleasers. The really good people that I thought were good people turned out to be bad people, and they're just really good narcissists. You know what I mean?
This part right here is extremely important and shows that Alex has not changed, and it is not due to her being on the wrong medication. because as you can see, she's claiming she's now on the right medication. Yet she is still sitting here calling people narcissists and saying she had an awakening, and, you know, the good people she thought were good are just narcissists. These people are people pleasers. This is complete bullshit. And this is Alex. It has nothing to do with her fucking medication. Okay, so as you can see, Alex is apologizing and also claiming that she has personally reached out to all of these people, which didn't happen. The only person that she's reached out to was Anne. She never reached out to Abby. Tira said that she didn't get anyone reached out to. I mean, I don't know if she reached out to Jenny. I don't speak to her. But she's already starting off with a lie. And then she's just doing this blanket apology and telling everyone she's sorry, but, you know, it was because of her serotonin toxicity syndrome. She's claiming that it's because of her meds. So, a little while back, before Alex left, she had been running in between Anne and Abby. Okay? This is why I don't believe that all of this was based on her being on the wrong medication. Okay? Before she even had the, you know, mental breakdown stream that we're gonna play some clips from, she had decided to insert herself into Abby and Anne's friendship issues a second time. So she already did it the first time when she was messing with Abby's head, messing with Anne's head, you know, becoming friends with Abby as soon as she fell out with Anne, and then Abby and Anne made up, and Abby was like, wait, what are you doing out? So she decided to insert herself in the situation between Anne and Abby. And the weird thing is she did this kind of like months after everything had calmed down. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't, Anne and Abby had a fallout. Then me and Abby had a fallout with Jenny because of how she was behaving with the Anne situation. When Abby and Anne kind of made amends and called a truce and were like, hey, we're not going to fight anymore. We're going to be cordial. We're going to be okay. Jenny flipped out and ran to Alex, okay, to bring her on stream and, you know, use her, who everyone says was mentally unstable. So, according to everyone that Alex is mentally unstable, right, Jenny decided to bring her on live stream just to get back at Abby, which was disgusting. After everything that Alex did in that stream, the really bad streams. It was like 3 days of live streams, and I wish that I could have captured more of it, and thank God somebody did capture some of the clips, but I don't have all of it. So, during the time that Anne and Abby were not speaking and we were still friends with Jenny, I'm sorry if this is confusing and all over the place, I'm doing my best, okay? During this time, Alex had come back and she was literally talking to Anne and talking to Abby. Okay guys, this video might be a little bit chopped up and weird. I'm doing the best I can getting it filmed, okay? So, at the time, Alex was going back and forth between Abby. She was telling Abby things that Anne was saying, and she was telling Anne things that Abby was saying, and she was intentionally trying to piss them off. And she was screen recording everyone, screenshotting things. She would screen record Abby and give it to Anne. So at the time, Abby couldn't figure out why Anne kept making videos talking about their friendship fallout. And of course, that was getting Abby upset. And Anne was upset because Alex was behind the scenes telling her things that Abby was saying, and they were upset with each other, and they were more upset because Alex was going in between them playing mind games, and at the same time, Alex was threatening Abby in the comments and saying, I'm going to expose you. I know all about her. I've dealt with these women for years. She even tried to message me when I was commenting, calling Alex out, and she was like, I know how these girls are. And I will put a screenshot of that right here. And then Abby would like get on the phone with her, and Alex would be like, oh no, everything's fine, it's all good, whatever, whatever. It was really weird. She kept threatening to expose people. Anytime that I would call Alex out or anybody would talk about her, she would have a meltdown and act like nobody should be speaking on her. And she would start threatening other people for like someone else calling her out. It was ridiculous. So this had nothing to do with her being manic or manic-like or toxicity syndrome from her medication. This is just who Alex is. Okay guys, it's a completely different day. I swear this video is probably the most all over the place video that I've ever done. I'm trying. It's a whole new ass day, okay? But we're gonna continue on with the story. The lighting isn't the best because it's kind of gloomy outside. I am sitting in front of a window though, so hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna go through this live stream. Before we continue on, I just want to say that Alex hates Abby and Ann, okay? She pretended like she wanted to mend things and fix things and try to work things out between them, but in all reality, she was stirring the pot and making Ann and Abby fight with each other more. She was going to Abby, like I said, going to Ann, back and forth. So this had nothing to do with medication. The calculated things that Alex was doing had nothing to do with her being on the wrong medication. So in my opinion, that's a cop-out. But we'll get into that in a minute. Let's take a look at some of the things that Alex was saying in these live streams. And we're going to go through what she said about BTU, okay? She accused BTU of being Chrissy, her husband's ex. Literally accused BTU of like hurting the children, and BTU was Chrissy infiltrating with Tira and all this stuff. BTU literally had to get on camera for the first time and show her face. She felt the need to show her face and say, Alex, hey, I'm a person. I am not Chrissy. Like, are you okay? What are you doing? She doxed a subscriber of a lot of us, Brooke Amber. She was attacking Steph. She was attacking Abby. And she was attacking anyone in the chat who was trying to tell her anything different. She called her own stepson a wolf in sheep's clothing. She put up a diary and was talking about her teenage daughter's victim mentality. Okay, I had to stop again because my daughter needed something. But anyway, I swear it's like the universe is working against me in this video, okay? So, Alex had a thing she wrote out called Alex, Steve, and her daughter, and who's a teenager, and it was like victim mentality, and she's like listing all these things of why they're victims, and she was talking crap about her own kids. Like, what she put her family through is just disgusting. And I understand that, you know, mental health struggles can be real, okay? But there is no excuse for some of the things that she was doing and saying. And she's not taking any accountability is my issue. She came back just to do a blanket apology. She didn't even apologize to BTU, to Tira, like to all these people. She didn't individually apologize to each person and apologize for the specific thing that she did to them. She literally just came back to sell things. To sell MLMs and a subscription box, and we're gonna get into that later on in the video. This whole thing of the subscription box and the shady way that she's doing that, okay? But first, we're gonna take a look at some of these receipts that I do have of these live streams. Like I said, I don't have all of it because she said horrible things. She said abbadabbs was like Jeffrey Dahmer, and she was a narcissist and like a sociopath and didn't love her children and would unalive her own children. And another thing that Alex says is uses people's trauma and ABUSC against them, or claims that they have trauma and ABUSC even if they don't or she doesn't know. And it's very scary to me, anyone who's personally involved with Alex, because anything you tell her, she will use against you later on and act like she's helping you. She's helping you be awakened, helping you be like spiritually awakened and fix your life and all this stuff. She thinks she's like some like mental health life coach guru up in here, when in all reality she will take anything personal that she knows about you, like APUSE, like trauma, relationship issues, anything like that, and she will blast it on the internet, talk about it live, and use it against you to say that you're a narcissist because of this. You're in a victim mentality because of this. that kind of stuff. And that is what really pisses me off and what she's not taking accountability for. And in her new live stream, she's still calling people narcissists and people pleasers. She's still on TikTok saying how to spot a narcissist.
Spot a narcissist, part 1. Let me tell y'all something right now. Narcissists are some tricky ass mother humpers. I know, because apparently I am a narcissist magnet, like a meth head to a laboratory. And boy, oh boy, they are so good. They will actually have you believing that you're in fact the narcissist, or you're mental, or my favorite yet, did you take your meds yet today? So how do you in fact tell which one is the actual true narcissist and which one isn't, right? That's the question. Well, as a wise friend once said to me, Alex, who in that household makes everything run, keeps it all together? I'm not talking about who pays the bills or who makes the most money. I'm not talking about that, because that's irrelevant, because the fact is narcissists care about money. They're attracted to it, right? I'm talking about who is the glue that holds everything.
It's really interesting that she says narcissists care about money when she's the one who came back to sell a bunch of shit to everybody.
Everything together. Who is the one that can't take a shower or a shit without somebody interrupting you, asking you, where is such and such? Who's the person that stays home with the kids when they're sick? Who does the school call? Who gets all the text messages? Who is the glue that holds it together? And then if something happens to you, like you go in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days, like I did, everything falls apart. You're not there and the house is going to burn down because of it. Yeah, you might be in a narcissistic relationship. And my girl said to me, whoever that individual.
What? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That is called being a mom. That is mom life. That is normal things that come with being a mother. So now normal mom life means you're in a narcissistic relationship? Like, this chick is a whack job.
Is, that's definitely not the narcissist. That is the people pleaser, my friends. And that is the person who narcissists are attracted to, because they're worried about pleasing everyone all of the time to the detriment of themselves. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. When she said this to me, I was like, there is no way in hell I am a people pleaser. I mean, like, look, do I look like a people pleaser? I was in the army, I've been to war. Bitch, it'll be a cold day in hell before I am a people pleaser. On some real shit though, y'all, I'm a damn people pleaser. Like, no doubt about it, because I am always trying to do something for somebody else, whether it's cheer them up when they're having a bad day, taking care of the kids, you know, making sure my husband's got whatever he needs before he leaves. You know, like I've always been the one to do those things. I'm always the one that everybody depends on and calls and texts, and I'm always the one that everybody blames everything on as well. But a narcissist, my friends, a narcissist doesn't have the cognitive ability, like it's missing, like some link, some wire just didn't connect, and they don't have the ability to think about anybody but themselves, right? Like everything they do, even the good things, there's always an ulterior motive behind it. Like if they forget your birthday every single solitary year, and there's always an excuse, oh, I forgot the first year. Okay, they should put it in their damn calendar, put it in the phone. If they really cared that much, they would set a damn reminder, right? But if it's 5 years later and they're still forgetting your birthday, or if money's always tight every single year, I've heard that one a lot myself. Like, motherfucker, we've been together 10 years. You've had a whole year, 365 days from last birthday to put aside $20 and get something and stick it in your closet till next year. So I'm telling y'all right now, number one, if you are in a relationship and you're with potentially a narcissist, but they're calling you the narcissist, they're calling you mental. First of all, anybody calling you mental or telling you you need to get your head checked, or did you take your meds today? Yeah, they do not.
Why does she keep calling her husband a narcissist? Because that's who she's talking about. This guy that she's referring to in her video is her current husband. Also, anyone that calls you mental or uses your mental health against you, they do not care about you. Alex, that is what you do to everyone else. Uses people's trauma, ABUSE, and mental health against them to call them victim mentality, wolves in sheep's clothing. The hypocrisy in this one TikTok is unreal. This TikTok is like the epitome of Alex.
Do not have your best intentions at heart. At all. They don't give a shit about you if they're saying that shit to you. Period. End of story. That's facts. Okay? Think about it. Right? Would you let somebody say some shit like that to your kid? No. Don't let them say that shit to you either, okay? So that's first off. Secondly, if you're the people pleaser in the relationship, right, and you're with a narcissist, don't let them pull the wool over your eyes and blame you. And again, you know, identify who is the person taking care of everything all the time, no matter how many times you ask. Because think about it, if the person really cared about you, you would only have to ask once.
Says you're not a medical professional, Alex. You have no idea who's a narcissist, who's not, what mental health diagnosis people have. You don't know. And you have no right to get on social media and continue to diagnose people, like give these like fake, you know, phony pretend psychovals, and nobody cares about your medication. Nobody gives a fuck about your awakening and all these issues you have. Like, shut up. Just shut up. You're using it to sell things. You're using it to deflect. You're using your mental health and your mental illnesses and disorders as a way to deflect and get sympathy and now sell things. And it's disgusting. You are a trash bag. So let's take a look at some of these clips and you guys will see why I'm so pissed off if you haven't seen this stuff already. And again, I don't have all of it. I wish I did, because there's even worse that I didn't get, that there aren't clips for. Because she removed all this stuff and she's trying to act like it didn't happen now. So anyway, let's take a look.
Dependent on it. How do I know this? Let me say this, my friends. Everything I'm going to say in this video, I have not just proof of, I have screenshots. I have it all, baby. Because I have to go to court, and not just one courtroom, but several now, because of the nonsense that Steve's ex has created. So,
I want to add that it's pretty disgusting that she is talking crap about her stepson's mother and her husband's ex publicly on YouTube. It's disgusting. What if your stepson sees this? You should not be talking bad about his mother on YouTube. If you hear something, I'm cooking chicken while I edit this video. Multitasking.
everything that I am about to say to you is not just true, but it's scary, quite frankly. And on top of that, it's also part of the grand design, part of Mother Nature doing what it does, right? What does Mother Nature do usually when there's a problem with the grand design? Like if there's too many rabbits and not enough wolves for the rabbits to eat, what happens? They fix it by creating more wolves, yes? And then because of Anne, Abby, Tira, Chrissy, who, by the way, just to let all of you guys know, Chrissy is talking to each person. Chrissy is Steve's ex, if you guys didn't know. I've been talking about her for years to you guys. I've told you about how sneaky, conniving, underhanded, and dirty she is. And all of the horrible things she's done. Not just to me, but to my stepson. All of you guys know. So think about it. If she's smart enough to do all of that shit, don't you think she's smart enough to do this? And you know what's funny? Steve used to always say to me, you're giving her too much credit. No, you're not giving her enough, sweetie. No. So here's the thing. Chrissy has created a fake account. It's called B2U. Funny, right? B2U. I got you, girl. And she has become best buddies with none other than Tira.
She claimed to have receipts of all of these things she was saying in this video, but she had no receipts. She didn't show anything.
And when did she become friends with Tira, start talking to Tira? Right about the same time that Tira and I had our little falling out over the whole Mandy situation. And if you don't think for 2 seconds that Chrissy was not behind the scenes taking full advantage of all of that to us and making our lives miserable as hell during that time, where also my son got affected then because we didn't get his diagnosis. We could have got his diagnosis a lot sooner had, number one, I not tried to help Mandy, and I told Michelle and Tira to go stick it. You want to help her? You go do it.
So let me get this straight. Alex decided to insert herself into somebody's life and blast it all over the internet, and because of that, she was unable to take her son to get properly diagnosed. Wow, really nice, Alex.
You fly up here from Florida and you go help her. But I know who she is. I don't need you or anybody else to tell me who and what she was. But apparently I did, because I was unsure of myself. And I was unsure of myself why? Because of the shit that Anne and abbadabbs and everybody had been saying about me for years now. All this shit that they've all talked for years now. I let get in my head. Just like I let the doctors get in my head and tell me that I was a drug addict, you guys. I let my mom say it. I let the doctors say it. And let me tell you right now, you know what I found out? Truth? Real shit here, you guys. Not only am I not a drug addict, but the Suboxone, the Subutex, the methadone, all of that shit. Yeah, the withdrawals that I swore up and down that I was having that was killing me. And I know, I did. I swore up and down because I felt like I was really having those things. I thought I had diarrhea and all these things. I found out the truth because Chrissy screwed up. If you guys don't know, the second night that Chrissy called the cops here, she had them pink slip me. Whoop. Talk about the universe trying to stop me from telling the truth here. Let's just flip that off, shall we?
So Alex is saying here that she was on maintenance medication. Suboxone, Subutex, and methadone? That seems really weird to be on all three. Usually they put you on Subutex when you're pregnant because you can't take Suboxone when you're pregnant. But I find it really strange that she's claiming she was on all of those maintenance meds and the doctors convinced her she was a drug addict. You cannot be put on maintenance medication unless you take a drug test and you have illegal drugs in your system or drugs that are not prescribed to you. So, okay. Also, you cannot be on methadone and Suboxone at the same time. That is not possible. So I'm not sure if she was on one after the other or what she meant by that, but yeah.
Now, Chrissy had me pink slipped. She lied and told them that I took my husband's medication. Oh, baby, she went there. And she also told them that I was not really ADHD, that I'm bipolar. Now you might ask me, Alex, how do you know she said all this? Well, what did I tell you, abbadabbs? What did I tell you? That Kevin, by the way, I found out his name's Mike. I've been calling him Kevin for years. True ADHD shit right there. But Mike, who works for social services, as I've explained to you guys, who's my neighbor, he lives at the end of my street, love him to death. You can absolutely find out who called what and what they said. And as a matter of fact, I just asked the CPS worker right when she was here. I said, hey, can I see that report, please? She said, sure. Since all this shit's happening to you, you might as well see who's calling what and saying what and who. And I'll be damned, but the story that she called CPS and told them was the exact same story that Miss South Carolina B2U also was staying in my live, who also then has told the same thing to Tira and abbadabbs, because she also has other fake accounts. So your little friends who you think are your friends, your little online buddies, y'all, it's Chrissy. True shit. True shit, my friends. Hate to tell you. I know you don't want to hear it, Tira. I know you don't want to hear, I told you so. But yeah, baby girl, I'm sorry. I know, I don't want to take your friend away. Listen, you want to keep being friends with her? That's on you. I don't care. I don't care. But I'm going to tell you right now, wherever that woman goes, trouble follows, and it will always follow. And she's got, why? Because this is what she does. Just like what you guys are doing right now, where you're ganging up, making videos. Do you not think for 2 seconds she didn't put that in your head? Come on now. Come on now. You guys are smarter than that. You're all neurodivergents just like me. The only difference between you and I, my friends, is I am an empath, and you are super smart. That's the difference.
So you're telling me all of this is because she was on the wrong medication? Get out of here. And Alex, an empath. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh gosh, this woman, you guys.
My neurons are where my feelings are, right? So, well, actually, I should take that back. It's reversed. My extra neurons are jamming up the brain section of, it's like, what did this doctor, how did he explain it? Steve said, being ADHD is like somebody taking a meat cleaver and sticking it right here in your brain and right here. It literally causes your brain to disconnect and not make those connections, okay? To where you can't think, you're clumsy, you get sweaty. What did I tell you guys in that live? What are we supposed to do when we get nervous and anxious? We're supposed to get cold, right? That's science. But what do we neurodivergents do that have ADHD? We do the opposite. We get hot, right? Okay, that's the way it works, my friends. That's science. And science, this doctor has helped explain everything for me. Ooh, that's what I forgot. Let me go get those papers. And also, I want to share something else with you guys. Ooh, where is it? Something I have never shared in my entire life. And this ought to let you know the truth right here, that I don't give a shit anymore. And you know why I don't give a shit anymore? Because I'm properly medicated. True shit, my friends. True shit.
Oh, but wait. Alex just said when she came back, all of this was because she was misdiagnosed and improperly medicated. But here she's saying she's fixed now because she's properly medicated. It seems like every time Alex comes back, she blames it on her medication and says, well, now I'm properly medicated. How many times can you do that?
Michelle is going to therapy. Rebecca, on the other hand, who I thought was my best friend, she doesn't actually go to therapy, like just like abbadabbs. She doesn't actually go to therapy. For those of you guys that weren't aware, abbadabbs is in a special type of clinic. I'm not going to, it's her business, but she is in a clinic that at that clinic provides a therapist when you go for your doctor's appointment. So it's not like the type of therapy that I had, right, or that like Michelle has, or that like Cadence is getting ready to start as soon as they get her medicine straightened out. So if you are a victim of abuse, you need to find it is called, intense victim abuse therapy. That's what you need to Google in your area, okay? There's a special counselors and psychiatrists and therapists that literally do these EMDR therapies with you.
First of all, who is Alex to tell anybody what kind of therapy they should go to, okay? Second of all, why is she telling everyone on YouTube that Abby goes to a quote-unquote special clinic that isn't a real therapist, and then brings up her, and says she was ABUSC'd multiple times? This is disgusting. And she has not addressed any of this stuff. And there's more. Let's keep going.
Because this feels so good. I feel so good. Feel so good. Okay. I know Steve's girlfriend, I'm his girlfriend. His ex right now is probably watching this, recording it. Rebecca, abbadabbs, Steph, TXMA. They're all recording this right now, and they're like, God, this bitch is off her rocker, boy. Mark my words, my friends. That's what they're thinking. You know why? Because they are sociopathic or psychotic. It kind of, I guess, depends on where their level of abuse took them, because they are a grandiose narcissist and they didn't have a feeling ability to feel, and Steph is very cognitively aware. If you pay attention, she's told on herself. The fun thing about grandiose narcissists is they tell on themselves. They always do. Because as my therapist said, they hate happiness. They hate, like it makes them uncomfortable. They don't like it. So they'll do anything. And they don't even realize sometimes that they'll do anything because it makes them that uncomfortable. That uncomfortable. All right. Let me take a drink, grab my vape, and I'm going to tell you what happened on Monday, my friends, okay? Oh, God. I really got to quit caffeine, but that is so good. I know it's just my vagus nerve because of the ADHD, though. That's why I'm addicted to caffeine and cigarettes. By the way, if you guys don't know that, let me go ahead and tell you.
So Alex was on here talking about Abby and Steph, calling them sociopathic, psychopathic, saying they're grandiose narcissists. Steph can't stand anyone to be happy. They're like this because they were a victim of ABUSC, and this is what led them to be narcissists. And we see that Alex is still doing these things. She is still calling people narcissists. She is still trying to, shrink people's heads, diagnose, pretend like she is some expert in this stuff. So again, this has nothing to do with her medication.
Language. Your word choices. The feelings that you get when you have and people say those words to you, that initial gut reaction that you get, right? Your spidey senses, right? When somebody says things like, Rebecca, when I called her the other day, right, I messaged Ann and Rebecca the same exact message. Just like tonight, I sent the same exact message to Tira and Abby and Ann, right? Now, who's sitting in this live right now? Who's curious and sitting in this live right now? Tira, Ann, right? Well, I told Ann if at any point she might not be still there, but I did tell her that if she started to get overwhelmed or anything, she needed to back out, for. Oh shit, that's me. I thought there was another raccoon in here, Steve. I just scared the shit out of myself. Yeah, we had a raccoon that got in the garage a few months ago, and again, because that happened, and I heard that paper also happened, I reacted, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh my gosh, this is just so unhinged, you guys. A piece of paper moved, and she thought it was a damn raccoon.
Words. Totally fair, I feel like, right? How do you guys think? Do you guys think that's fair? What she did? Let me tell you. Let's see. What did Rebecca say? Oh, yeah. First off, let's go to the first thing. Where the hell is our messages? Is it on this phone? Oh, yeah. This is a new phone. That's my old phone. All right. Rebecca. I just... Rebecca. Whoa! Hold on a minute! Did she delete all her messages? Oh, bitch! You're fucking dead to me, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I know Cadence is out there. She just counted. I'm sorry. Steve, tell her sorry. Woo! Oh, that's something special. Let's check Abby's, Ann, because I sent Abby a message. Let's see.
To me, this looks like somebody who is high or something. But, just my observation. Not judging, just an observation. But is this really the person that anyone would want to go into business with? Does Alex's new business partners know how she really is and how she behaves and what she has done on the internet and is now trying to throw and sweep under the rug as if it never happened? Also, this person, Rebecca, was her real life best friend, and she dragged Rebecca. She dragged this girl to filth during this time. She even doxed her full name, from what I remember. I mean, Alex was just going off on everybody, and she's claiming that all of this was because she was on too much depression medication. Let that sink in for a second. All of this behavior she's claiming was too much depression meds. Get the fuck out of here.
Brooke and abbadabbs. You're right, Steve. Steven, can you please, I've asked you like 3 times to bring me Mountain Dew now, like seriously. And my shit, I would really like a Mountain Dew. I don't know, maybe you were messing with Leon, maybe you weren't on here, maybe you weren't paying attention. But you're clearly on here now, so can I please have a Mountain Dew? Because I need to, I need a drink. Please. And thank you, and I love you very much. You guys fucking see what I'm talking about? They can't help themselves. They literally don't have the ability to fucking listen or have a reasonable conversation. They just don't have it.
Here she's talking crap about her husband again, and if this was a real mental breakdown, do you really think her husband would just be letting her do this on a live stream? That seems really strange to me.
Not Another Housewife, right? I think that's who it was. Yeah, Not Another Housewife posted it. Was it her, Jen, anyway? I can't remember. One of them posted a video. They all had a plan. They were going to fucking take Ann out, dude. And that's exactly what Abby told me. That's what she said. She said, well, I'm sorry, but Jenny and Housewife, they deserve to tell everybody their feelings. They should get to tell everybody why they feel the way they do. No, that wasn't their friendship. Abby, you're fucked up, dude. No, that wasn't their friendship. That was your friendship that you don't give a fuck about. And now you're teaching your new little friends some new little nasty fucking habits on how to fucking take your supposed friend that you supposedly care so much about out. Because she makes you uncomfortable and you can't fucking figure out why. Because you're toxic, because you were abused by your stepdad when you were growing up. I'm not making this shit up, you guys. I have all the fucking proof. All of it. And then some.
Wow. Why would Alex get on and be saying that Abby was ABUSC by her stepdad, and that's why she's like this? That's why she's toxic. That she doesn't care about Ann's friendship. All of this stuff. It's just disgusting. This was just fucking gross.
She was trying to say it. And I'm going to be honest, I've known this for quite some time. And Tira will tell you, I reached out to Tira a month ago. I reached out to her. Just to let you know, Abby, I'm the one that told Tira about your fake channel, not Ann. And I apologize. But, again, I needed you guys to see what's going on here. Okay?
This clip is very important because this shows Alex and the calculated moves that she was making a month prior to this live stream. So that had nothing to do with her having a manic break, toxic syndrome, whatever the hell she wants to call it today. A month before this live stream, she reached out to Tira and told Tira that Abby had an alternate channel that nobody knew about. Well, guess what? She told Abby that she was saying that Ann told her about it. That Ann's the one that is telling everybody. So that's the kind of stuff that she was doing. Okay, so clearly there's something wrong there. And I don't want to say that she didn't have anything wrong with her, that she didn't have a mental breakdown, that she wasn't manic or toxic syndrome or whatever. I'm not going to say that she didn't have that, but what I am going to say is that is not the only issue. Because she was doing these things long before she had this mental break stream. Okay? And I believe that if she did have a mental health breakdown, the things that were coming out of her were from her mind, from the real Alex. It's just that she almost maybe couldn't control herself fully. But that is just Alex. Because she is constantly stirring the pot, inserting herself into things, trying to diagnose people. You know, she thinks she's like some shrink up in here, and she has no problem blasting people's personal business. And she hasn't apologized for it. She didn't apologize to BTU, or Abby, or Tira, or Jenny, or Steph. The only person that she's spoken to personally is Ann. So apparently Alex thinks if she apologized to Ann, then it's all good. And I wonder why that is. Why do you think Anne's gonna review your subscription box and sell your shitty products that you're hawking to everybody? Which we're about to get into. Okay? Alex hasn't changed. If she had changed and she had realized what she did, she wouldn't still be calling people narcissists. She wouldn't still be deflecting with her mental health and her medications and all of this stuff. She never explained why she did what she did to her children. And there's some other stuff that I could get into, but I'm not going to. But she caused a whole lot of issues for her own husband and her stepchild. It's really funny that she named herself the not so evil stepmother back in the day. Because she is the evil stepmother, and she caused a lot of issues for her husband and his child. And Chrissy, the ex. But she doesn't want to talk about that. She doesn't want people to know about that. Because that would, break down her whole facade that she's trying to push right now. That she's happy, that she's better than ever. She's living her best life. And it's really interesting because the way Alex is acting right now online is exactly how people push MLMs. Alex is like the perfect freaking candidate to push MLMs because I don't know if you guys are aware, but MLM girls will get on Instagram and social media and act like they're spiritually awakened. They will use their traumas and their bad experiences in life to get you to sign up. And that's exactly what Alex is doing now. She's using her traumas. She's now showing what happened with her teeth. She's talking about her medications, her mental health, and she's using all of these things to get you to buy her shit and also sign up for her MLM. And it's manipulative and it's disgusting. So let's talk a little bit about this stuff that she's selling, okay? So we know that she is pushing an MLM. It's all over her TikTok. She is now selling bomb party jewelry, which is a confirmed MLM that many people have talked about. And she has tons of videos all over her TikTok buying tons of inventory. So it's very interesting that she's now going to be selling a subscription box that has MLM products in it. And she also is misleading people and saying, I'm going to use small businesses. I'm going to put small businesses in my subscription box. When I think really it's a cover to sell the MLM stuff that she can't get rid of. And now she's finding another way to do that. I don't know who this business partner is. It says in the description box this person's name is Alicia. But I wonder if this person knows the real Alex. Does this person know what Alex has done to people? Does she know what Alex continues to do? How she really is? Because I find it hard to believe that this person would want to work with somebody like Alex. But, that's just my opinion. It's not really any of my business, but, she is trying to lure people into her MLM. So it kind of is everyone's business on social media. Because she also has a Facebook group that she's starting now with some fairy godmother Yaya, who is going to mentor people. This stuff sound familiar, you guys? If you guys know MLM lingo, it's very familiar. She's going to mentor people into selling their stuff online. She literally just came back to sell shit to people. And not only that, I feel like she's manipulating people and misleading people into what she's actually doing. And it's really interesting because Alex's whole channel, the whole reason why she got big was from exposing other companies. Do her business partners know that? Do her business partners know that she befriended a subscription box named Bijou Box? And then when she didn't like them anymore, when they pissed her off, she exposed them all over the internet, accused them of making a horrible thumbnail about Anne, and blasted them all over the internet. Again, that is what Alex likes to do. She did it to Self-Taught Beauty. She did it to Anne. When she got pissed off at Anne, she slandered Anne all over the internet, called her a drug addict, a scammer, a horrible person, a grifter, all kinds of shit. Okay? When she got fed up and pissed off with Abby, she did the same thing, called her a narcissist, talked about her trauma, said that she was sociopathic, psycho, would K her children, all of this stuff. That's what Alex does. And whoever these business partners are who are working with her now, I can guarantee that as soon as Alex is done with you or decides that, you know, you're not following her program, she will blast you all over the internet too. I really hope they see this video. And I really hope they see this video because people need to know the real Alex. And it's not just for the people who Alex has already hurt, but people who don't know her and don't know what she's really about need to be careful. Don't give her your personal information. Do not befriend her and share personal things with her because she will use it against you. She's already admitted multiple times to screen recording, chats, and private messages. She records every phone call that she has. She was literally playing phone calls of Abby to Anne. So Alex would tell Abby all of this stuff, okay, about Anne and get Abby pissed off because they were fighting and record the call and then go to Anne and tell Anne Abby's talking shit about her and play the call for Anne. That is the sneaky, disgusting shit that Alex does. She will never change. And it's pretty obvious by her behavior since she's been back that she hasn't changed. Let's check out this community post Alex did after I made a community post towards her saying, like, wow, you haven't really apologized to anybody and I'm ready to call you out. This is what she says. Well, that didn't take long, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave these up right here because my response to her is going to be pretty much my response to anyone who wants to do that, is in that headspace currently, who clearly is not happy with themselves and their life right now, are living in a victim mentality. Okay? Again, this is what Alex did before. Anyone who gets upset with her behavior or calls her out or is upset by her, she calls them in a victim mentality. And clearly she is still pulling this crap. It is a disgusting gaslighting tactic when someone is upset with what you have done, say that they're miserable in their life and living in a victim mentality. You know, it's really starting to look like Alex is the narcissist. She's claiming everyone else is a narcissist, but all of the stuff that she talks about, that's what she is. Also, she wants people to email her if they would like to have a quote-unquote big girl conversation. In my opinion, nobody should email, call, or text Alex because her intention is to record you, manipulate you, twist the situation, and gaslight you and try to make you feel bad for her. So I will never speak to Alex behind the scenes. I never have and I never will. Any interaction I have towards Alex or with her will be publicly. And that is just where I feel most comfortable. And it's a slap in the face to any person who Alex hurt. She is pretty much shitting on anyone who is still upset with her by saying they're living in a victim mentality. She's pretending like she's changed because she wants to sell her shit. But I feel like it's important to bring awareness to this person because she's toxic, she's dangerous, she will destroy anybody who doesn't follow her program because she's done it over and over and over again. She's a horrible person. And I really hope that people are careful with her because she has a pattern of behavior, a very clear pattern of behavior that I have seen with Alex over the years. Again, Self-Taught Beauty, Anne, Abby, anybody that Bijou Box. She has exposed other companies too. You think that she's not going to expose this MLM and this subscription box? Alex made her YouTube career by exposing companies that she was working with and blasting them all over the internet and calling them scammers to get views. Now, I'm not saying that she wasn't right about some of them. I'm just saying what Alex does is she brings you in. She acts like she is very intelligent and level-headed and she likes to talk a lot. She acts like she's, knows what she's doing. She's, very like charismatic with people, and she will seem like she's professional, she's an influencer, blah blah blah. She draws you in, then she befriends you, then you start going back and forth and sharing personal business, all the while she's recording you, trying to turn your friends against you, trying to make you fight with people more, manipulating you. Then when you've had enough and you want nothing to do with Alex anymore, or she's decided that you're not useful, you're not following her program, she goes online and uses anything against you that you've ever told her, calls you a scammer, a grifter, a drug addict, all kinds of stuff. It's disgusting. So anyways, guys, this video was all over the place. I'm extremely sorry. Hopefully I got the point across that I wanted to get across. And I know Alex is not going to like this video, but I don't care, because I didn't do a video on her when this went down because I wanted to give her space and time to mentally heal, get her shit together, and hopefully come back and take accountability and actually work on herself and change. But she hasn't done that, and I don't think she ever will. This is who Alex is. This is Alex. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I will see you in my next video. I also have some videos coming about Jessica Kent, all kinds of other stuff, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.